This is Harris III, and today we'll be talking about corruption in the correctional facilities. Corruption in the correctional facilities. The reason why I am talking about corruption in the correctional facility is because I'm thinking about becoming a correctional officer or a probation officer. And the things that I have researched, the things that I've read, and classes that I have taken talks a lot about corruption in the correctional, in the prison system. And that is a bad thing to be looking at because we have prisoners all over the world, and us as correctional officers or police officers or probation officers are doing these things to these inmates. Where do we go? What happens? So here we go. The greatest challenge of becoming a correctional officer is the challenge of personal resource, respect, and reputation. Here are some of the patterns of correctional corruption. But I'm going to tell you what corruption is defined as: a violation of organizational rules and regulations for personal gain. And here are some of the patterns that the corruption of the correctional officers have. They have abuse of inmates. They have smuggling of goods, criminal financial gain, and straight up corruption. I'll read off some. Abuse of inmates. The abuse may be either physical, such as hitting, or non-verbal contact, which is non-hitting, non-physical, just jostling back and forth, and they say that's a lot going on. Smuggling of goods, taking something or asking for something for a trade-off. I'll do this for you, you do this for me, I'll get this for you. And basically it's a legal business practice. Selling stuff to inmates illegally or getting stuff from them illegally. Financially, correctional officer also involved in questionable monetary dealings with prisoners. Correctional and probation officers who are responsible for collecting various fees and monies from offenders they investigate or supervise. By failing to submit the such collections that they get for those inmates, they do not put this on this form and submit the monies up to be collected. This in hands, they use it for themselves. And straight up corruption. Corruption is the legal act of obtaining or seeking favors for both material and non-material benefits. Corruption acts amongst correctional officers include theft and properties and misuse of authority at the workplace. And this is by Braswell and McCarthy, Corruption and Corrections, 2008. And as you can see, that it's been going on for a long time. Also, as we talk about corruption, they say corruption can be a friendship occurs when traditional delivers failure that separates staff from inmates. The staff member finds themselves in a situation where they cannot withdraw physically, cannot act through, and termination inmates has been used for as favors. And that was the correctional ethics by Rowley and the deviance of corrections by Barnhart, 2014. They also have theft, embezzlement, and misuse of authority. Now this misuse of authority is a real big thing that they say is going on, and they're trying their best to try to stop it. Even medical dealings with this is misuse of authority. Typical involves guards on the tape and some sort of bribery, scam, run by inmates. Other staff may be involved They may be paid off or taken to receive choice to sell or work assignment. That just doesn't make any sense. It's dealing with professionals, misconduct, and corruptions, like John Hopkins, a medical doctor. They did a medical doing research on that, and the research came up with different numbers, and for the federal report back in 2001, there was 402 investigations that were carried out against employees with undue familiar issues. 38 of these cases were sexual relationships with inmates. 317 staffs were allowed to resign. It means either they were found guilty or they didn't want to actually talk about it, so they just resigned their job and just got out of there. 57 staff were forced dismissed, and the rest were charged with felony. If these guys were charged with felony, they're going right into the system that they were trying to protect the public from. They're going into it now. And then back in 1994, they reported 244 cases of staff members and inmates inappropriate behavior, and 36 cases were of sexual nature. 10 staff resigned, 12 were dismissed, and 4 cases involved disciplinary actions. And I say to that is just unhealthy in the prison system, the correctional officer and probation officers. And my opinion would be that in any additional preventive measures, the supervisor of the correctional officers are to reduce the exposure by ethical dilemma, including by investigating and making sure those individuals have done training, and their training is successful and they understand what their ethical dilemma is. And harsh discipline actions such as suspension, termination of employment as a correctional officer should be taken against officers who have found guilty of ethical misconduct. In my view, such punitive discipline actions would help discourage officers from engaging in other ethical activities. Suspension and dismissal of an officer who has been found guilty of any type of this action should be dealt with immediately, harshly, or they go to jail and be in the system just like the other inmates are already in. But the supervisor should be putting out good leadership and encourage ethical practice, emphasizing the rights of inmates. That's the big thing. The rights of inmates. Even though the inmates are in jail, inmates still have rights. The supervisor of corrections should always select the training and development of prisoners administration who gets promoted to correctional officers. The officers must have adequate education, and they should have the understanding of what their ethical dilemma is in the prison system. That is my speech for this evening. Thank you, and good night.